Hi guys, Blake here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on beautiful Lake Taneycomo. It is the 14th of April, it is Thursday, and I'm going to do the one cast. So I've got, today, I'm going to attempt the slip bobber rig again for my fourth time now. So what I've got here, I've got about 5 foot of line, 4-pound tests coming from a barrel swivel there, going down about 2.5 foot to my first scud. That's a size 14 200R rainbow dubbing scud. Another 2 foot down, I've got, it's a tan scud and it's got some UV flash in it, size 14. Everything's 4-pound test here. Right up here above my barrel swivel, I have a ton of split shot on. That is 2 SSG split shots and a AAA split shot. Here we have the big yellow thingamabobber, and then I have another 20 something feet of 4-pound line. A straight 4-pound line all the way to the fly line. All I did was pull out 4 sections all together, make a loop in the end, and I attach the loop to the fly line loop that is there. I'm gonna get up here on the trolling motor, let the boat get drifting with speed, set the current, and I'm gonna see if I figured out anything different from the last few times I've tried this. So right now I am just below Andy Williams' eddy. You gotta kind of be careful pulling this out here. I'm gonna pull it all the way to the fly line and kind of give it a toss out in front of the boat. I'm gonna feed it a little more line. That thingamabobber is gonna slide up the 4-pound line until it stops on the fly line. There's a fish. Oh! Alright, well, we can officially say that is a miss on the first cast. Gosh darn it. He was definitely on there and it only took a few seconds. So that amount of weight that I have on there is really making that indicator tick. You can really see that those weights are hitting the bottom. It's not pulling all the way back though, so I know it's not too much weight, but I can tell I'm on the bottom, which is something you want. Off to a good start. Let's see if we can keep that going. So when you're using a slip bobber, all of the hook set it goes right through the bobber. It doesn't pull up from the bobber. So kind of a different than what normal indicators are. Like I said, I haven't played around with this a whole bunch. I know that this is what a lot of the guides use while this water is running like this. A allows you to fish that deep, fast water. Just gonna pull in, just make sure I'm not collecting moss here. Well, the question is if I have just a little too much weight. Getting ready to go over the golf course flat. It's going to get a little shallower. And for some reason I'm not seeing my bobber tick the bottom at all. So pull it in and make sure I didn't lose anything here. I've got all three of my weights. Okay. There we go. Now we're taking the bottom again. It's really crazy doing this because you can really feel every little bump in the fly line. Oh, that was a fish. Okay. So, fishing reports. It's about the only two I have is Captain Dwayne and Captain Blake Harris. Captain Dwayne said he had a morning trip too, said it's been a phenomenal day. They were doing some form of this. He said he's still using size 14 and 16 scuds. And said that they just boated a lot of fish, and him and Blake Harris had a team trip this afternoon and said the bite just continued to be really good for them. They wouldn't tell me exactly how they were rigging this up, so they're leaving it up to me to figure out. But I'm starting to think that I might need to add one more weight. I'm going to add probably one more AAA. Maybe just an AB. I'm going to add an AB. Okay. So whenever I first hooked that first fish up there, I was ticking the bottom a lot harder than I am right now. I got some moss. Okay, try it with just a touch more weight. They increased the flow last night. They now have 8 floodgates running. 8 floodgates running and 2 units for about 15,000 CFS. And when you're doing this, you really just got to control the position of the boat. You can't just pull it off the water and recast it. Keep picking up moss on the end of my flies, it's possible that I need to extend the length of the leader, and that might help keep them where they need to be. I might turn the video off here in a second and rig this up with a little bit longer leader and try it again. We're going to pull and check the moss. Yep, that's what I thought. You definitely got to use this bigger sliding bobber though. The smaller one would definitely be pulled under by the amount of weight that we're using today. Well, there's definitely something I still need to figure out here. As they said, once you get it rigged up all the way right, you should be steadily on fish. And I've missed a few bites here just from a lack of good hook set, but something more to be figured out. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to try to extend the length of the leader underneath the barrel, and we'll do one more drift and see if we can get it dialed in. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we're back up top again. Hello, Andy Williams. I'm sitting a little farther out from the bank this time, just see if that makes any kind of difference either. And the difference on the rig is I added an extra, probably 3 feet to it. Scuds are still the same distance apart from each other, but yeah. Let's see if this makes a difference. And this is just the stuff that you have to do to figure it out. If I was going to play around with something next, if this doesn't make a difference, I'd probably change maybe one of the scud colors or sizes and maybe distance the scuds apart from each other differently. Maybe put them closer together. Yep, that was a fish. Oh my gosh. Ultimately, what I'm looking for here right now is to see if I can get away from just picking up the moss that I was picking up. There we go. Oh man, well, I'm not getting solid hook sets apparently because I just lost that one too. But both of my scuds are clean, so that is a good start. Missed one fish, had that one on, and I've got clean scuds, so potentially something to about 8 foot of leader instead of the 5 foot I had on there. kind of weird. If you're used to fly fishing with a regular indicator, you got to kind of mend this one and realize that mending is not an option. It's just about keeping the boat straight. Okay, I haven't had a bite in a while, so we're going to pull in and see if the trick to get rid of moss is working. Okay, well, not really. Well, it was working for a second. Experience with this, some of these bites or some of these bumps on the bottom that I think are bumps on the bottom could be bites that I should be setting the hook on. Just kind of a different thing to get used to here. Okay, so something I just learned. So some of those things I thought was just the indicator bumping the bottom. Those might have been bites. Ooh, that's a healthy rainbow. So, learning process for me, and hopefully if you come out to try this, you can learn from some of my mistakes here today. And, oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I just had another one get away from me. I was trying to force him in the net too fast, so don't make that mistake either. there's another one. Okay, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this, except for the getting the fish in the boat part. I'd say that my move on the longer leader is definitely at least helping keeping it out of the moss longer. Not that it does it completely. Alright, I have 4 fish hooked. We finally got one in the boat. Come here, come here. There we go. Hey, now. Okay. Just a little bit of a learning curve here. Oh no. So 2 things. If you think it's a bite, set the hook. Also, keep as little line on the water as possible here. I got my fly line wrapped in my pinky right there, and I can kind of feel the bottom. We're going over the narrows right now, so our speed's picking up a little bit. Not touching quite as hard as I was. Oh, I had him. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's definitely a trick to yeah, that doesn't work. Definitely a trick to anything that looks like a bite, set the hook. Dwayne did mention that he did this below Fall Creek today to try to get some keeper fish in the boat, and that they managed to catch quite a few below Fall Creek doing the same thing. So not something that's only working in the trophy area. going to do a pull in here. We're going to see how my scuds are faring on the moss levels. And yeah, I'm staying a lot cleaner than I was earlier. So we're also going to scoot. We're going to scoot over here closer to the side of the Eagle Island. Cast good enough. There we go. Well, there's definitely some learning going on here today. Okay, there we go. I know that people are still using the drift rig setups to drag the scuds and eggs and still doing pretty well with that too, so you don't have to do a slip bobber, but there has been something to it, so gotta figure it out. Oh, that might have been a bite. Well, I think we're going to end the video there today. Learned a little bit. I'm going to have to come out and keep trying and get it dialed in. But we thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll be back out to do it again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.